Hi, I'm Brian Van from SportBikeTrackGear.com, and today we're going to talk about the Avon 3D Ultra Extreme Track Day tires. Avon came to us and pitched their tire line. We have not, previous to this, offered the Avon tire line here at Sport Bike Track Gear. We stuck to the big guys, the Bridgestones, the Dunlops, the Pirelli, Michelin, that stuff written on it makes sense, works great for us. Avon's a company that's been making tires for like 100 years on the Avon River. These are made in the United Kingdom. It's a nice product looks great. The company has a lot of history behind it, owned by Cooper Tire, huge company, a lot of backing, so it's a big outfit, no doubt. Not a huge name here in the US, and certainly not a huge name in the sport bike market. But after talking to the guys, it definitely raised my curiosity, and they suggested I get a set and do some riding on it. Whoa. I normally will only ride on a racetrack on full-on race rubber. I'm not the fastest guy out there, but I'm quick enough to make it, AMA National, expert racer, whatever. In my opinion, I prefer the full-on race rubber. So I was a skeptic, without a doubt. I was a skeptic, but I looked at the tire. Let's talk about the tire itself. Here is the rear, recommended for track day use. Notice when you get to the edge of this, this thing's a slick, right? It's a slick on the edge, a little bit of rain siping in the center, so if you do get some rain on the track, you're okay. And they have these really cool sipings here just above the outer edge that have some new technology proprietary to them. Let's talk about that for a second. I'm not big on buzzwords or any of that, but I'll show you what they showed me. This is a cutout. This is supposed to offer like a mechanical lock inside. If you look inside there, you can see those 3D bumps, and what they will do is as the tire carcass is flexing, it limits how much it can flex. You need it to flex a little bit to warm up, but you don't want it to flex too much because then it'll just overheat, okay? So allegedly this is supposed to lock up and kind of help control that in a certain way. Let's have a look at the front tire. Once again, exactly what we showed you there on the rear. It's pretty much a slick. When you got your knee on the ground, you're riding on a slick. That part appealed to me for sure. Let's talk about the test, the conditions. Grattan Raceway, Belding, Michigan. That's a track I have a lot of experience on at this point. Raced there a lot, ridden there a ton, really enjoy that racetrack. Rode with Sport Bike Track Time, best track day company in the country. A few years back racing, my best time there on a 600 is 1 minute, 22.5 seconds. Not bad, that's pretty quick. That was a few years ago. I think I'm a little slower now than I was then. Now, currently my best time, which is track day, because I haven't really raced a lot in the last few years, a couple AMA rounds last year, but is 1 minute, 23 seconds, 23.5. That's not bad, seconds slower than before. That's okay. The Avon tires. I asked them, can I use warmers? I prefer to use tire warmers. They said, absolutely, with these tires, we could use warmers. Okay. I asked them if the 175 degree, the normal setting was good. They said that would be fine. Put a nice soak into them. I asked them what about pressures. They said, let's go 30 front, 29 rear, cold pressure. Not a problem. I fed all that in, got the warmers on the bike, right? I didn't change anything. I didn't change any suspension, nothing. Zero, not a no, just put the tires on it. Went out and rode it. Like I said, I was skeptical, not gonna lie. I was definitely skeptical about it because I like that full confidence, from a race tire, that grip. I went out and rode it. I didn't push these as hard as I would push the race tires because that's really not the point. I just rode it and I just had fun. And I did check lap times because I really wanted to qualify what was happening. Almost immediately, I'm just out there doing 27.1, lap after lap after lap. Riding smooth. What did it feel like? Straight line stability? Great. Stability while leaned over, what did the tire feel like? It felt like it was on rails. It wasn't squirming around a lot. It really felt planted. It tracked very nice. The drive grip was very good. I was being smooth on the bike for sure, right? I'm not doing any MotoGP stuff. I'm not sliding this. I'm just riding the motorcycle like anybody would that goes to a track day, okay? 27.1, right, one after another without effort. Okay, so just kind of riding around at, 60%, something like that, and having a blast. Tire wear was almost non-existent. Grip, Nothing ever happened. Never had a moment where I was like, oh, this is sketchy. Nothing. I really enjoyed it. What did I learn from this? I learned that there's a lot of folks that are out there that are riding around a full bore race rubber, spending a ton of money burning these things up because they just don't last as long as this will, because the compounds are a lot softer on a full race tire than this tire. Remember, this isn't a full race tire. Burning tires that were going a lot slower than I was. Like I said, I wasn't doing anything special. I mean, I'm not Valentino Rossi or anything. I'm just riding a motorcycle, right? I was impressed. I was very impressed. When people ask me about tires, what I like to recommend is, if I think it's a good product, you need to give it a shot for yourself. It's a different experience for everyone. What I felt might vary a little bit from what you felt. We all have different bikes, different riding styles, all that. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Would I ride on these again? I'm gonna go ride on these again tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I'm throwing a bike in a trailer and I'm just gonna keep riding on them. They're good tires. I got my other bikes fitted with some Pirelli full race slicks. I'm gonna go a little faster on that bike. But when I wanna go out and just have some fun, ride the motorcycle, I'm gonna go out on these because these things gonna last forever the way it looks right now, as compared to a full race tire, okay? Would I recommend that you give these a shot? If you're that rider that, let's say that you're intermediate rider, okay? Pretty much all through the intermediate pace, I think you're gonna be good to go with these tires, okay? I think that in the intermediate class, everyone could use them. I think even for some of the entry-level advanced riders, some of the guys, you know, the first third in speed for the advanced riders, I think it's worth giving these a shot. The reason I threw the lap time thing in there is you can kind of maybe compare that with lap times that you've done if you've been to Grattan, and just get an idea of, you know, hey, where do I stack up in terms of, you know, my fastest laps there as compared to what Van was doing, you know, and if it lines up, ride it. Let's use another track for an example. Let's go south. Another one of my favorites would be Barber Motorsports Park. The fastest I've ever went at Barber Motorsports Park, okay, was a minute 33 and a half. That's fairly quick. It's not great. It's a lot of guys are a whole heck of a lot faster than that. I was pretty excited about it, but nevertheless. So at Grattan, right, I was running 3 seconds-ish, right? A little over 3.5 seconds slower on this bike. So go down to Barber. So what would that translate to Barber? Well, add 3.5 seconds to 33.5. The math is really pretty simple. And so I think it would translate again to that intermediate-esque first, third advanced rider. That's what I have to offer. If you have any questions or comments, just put them on the YouTube channel, right? I'm the one that answers the majority of those questions at this point still. Happy to hear your feedback or answer your questions. I liked them. I suggest giving them a shot. From here, I'm gonna try the other ones now. Now my curiosity is raised. We're gonna do some Michelin Power Pures, right? I'm gonna do some of the Pirelli stuff. I'm gonna do the Dunlop Qualifier Q2, Bridgestone S20. This has really got my curiosity raised because these tires impressed me. I recommend them. I'm Brian Van, sportbiketrackgear.com, Avon 3D Ultra Extreme Track Tire Test.